What's up, boys and girls? We're live for you on LewTube. Who do we got out there? Send me some comments and let me know who all's out there. I'm in Knoxville, North Carolina, live for you on YouTube. Hello, Emery. Who do the dogs play today, Emery? Hello, Marcus. Yeah, we'll win, Riley. We're kicking Ed Orgeron's butt. Oh, that's right, Kentucky. I forgot about that. Thank you, 3 Chain. I love it. What's up, Dan the Man? Well, are the rumors true? I heard on an internet show that Curry was actually in Knoxville yesterday. Does anybody know if that was true or not, or is that just a bunch of hype? Talk to me. My glasses are dirty and I'm blind without them. Yeah, Gruden. But I heard Curry was in Tampa trying to recruit Gruden. Is that true? Is that anybody else heard the same thing? This was on a national deal, a national show. I wonder if that's true or not. Hello, Michael Tarleton from Rutledge, Tennessee. I've been there a time or two. Hold on, let me back up. Somebody said his daughter's at school. I had heard one of his youngins went to UT. Is that true? Is that what you're saying? I think I heard that from somewhere. Let me tell you what I think. If y'all are interested in what Catfish thinks, and I want y'all to think about this for a while. If we hire John Gruden, you may wish you hadn't. Let me tell you why. It's going to create a hype machine that the SEC and maybe college football has never seen before. The Chucky dolls are going to be selling like hot cakes. The expectations are going to be through the roof, and if he does 9-3 and 10-2 3 or 4 years in a row, it's going to feel like a disappointment. And I don't know that he can live up to those expectations. I think he'd be good for the school. I think that he'd be a great recruiter. I don't know how much the game has passed him by. He hasn't really been a college coach, and how much of his Super Bowl ring is really attributed to Tony Dungy. And I'm going to throw a name out there, and y'all can call me crazy, but he's got the award for the best assistant. He's had a top 5 defense playing in a Power 5 conference. And he's making a lot of money. He's making $1.7 million a year. So, it's going to take some money to get him. But Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator at Clemson, I'm putting together a show about that and all the stats that he has. He's not a job hopper. He's very loyal. And he's got some very impressive credentials. And you have to have some impressive credentials to make $1.7 million as a defensive coordinator. I know these coaches' salaries are getting out of hand lately and everybody's making $1 million, but I don't know what y'all think about that. But I think it'll be a fantastic That's true. That's a good point, Dad the Man. He did play against the team that he recruited. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be ecstatic if we were to get John Gruden. Don't get me wrong. but I don't think it's happening. And number two, the hype machine that John Gruden would be, it would be off the chain. And maybe we need some of that, but I just don't see him living up to the hype. I mean, going to the SEC championship will not be enough for John Gruden and the fans that wanted him. But that's just my opinion. What do y'all think? Y'all think the hype machine would be too big for John Gruden, and he'd never really quite live up to expectations and feel like maybe we should have gone a different direction? What do y'all think about that? I think the hype machine will be the biggest hype machine, which could be good if he manages that right. That could be good for the university to have that kind of hype. But we need to be more than off-season national champions like we had the last few years. Yep, there's a good point. Harbaugh hasn't quite lived up to his expectations at Michigan. He had a hype machine that y'all wouldn't believe it. And Harbaugh is camping out in slumber parties and tree houses with kids. And look, it hasn't paid off. Well, who's going to be ready for the ball game? Jim McElwain? Nah, I don't know about McElwain. Let me go back here and see if I've got any good comments to give a shout out. Corey Smith said, offer Saban more money than anyone ever has. Not only would we have to offer him double what he's making, but we would have to hire the National Guard to follow him around, because them boys in Alabama would have the Alabama Moonshine Mafia after his butt. I guarantee you that. That'll never happen. Let's see. My Vols are playing the LSU Tigers, Ed Orgeron. Tuberville, that's a name I keep hearing coming up. Michael Tarleton brought him up. Yeah, Alex, I've heard it's a done deal too. I don't know what to believe anymore. But I'm going to be making a video on this subject sometime today. I've shot some of the footage. I just got to do the editing. That's just what's hard about this, is the editing and getting time. But I do have some very, very special announcements to make. I landed a national sponsor. The sponsor of the show, I've landed another sponsor, Captain Scott Manning. We're going to be having a catfish fishing charter guide on the show. I'm going to go down to, he's going to take me fishing down in the Tennessee River and feature his guide service, which is a natural fit. I'm Catfish, and he catches some monsters. Y'all should find his channel. I'll put a link in the description later on his channel, but we're going to get a commercial together for him. I'm going to be going to the Senior Bowl and the NFL Combine and trying to get some interviews there. I've got a couple of former coaches lined up to interview, a couple of former players, and some of them, if you're old enough, will remember some of them. So this show is starting to take off, and I couldn't have done it without all my fans of the show. Alabama fans, Georgia fans. I say it every week. I can't believe I have so many fans of different teams, but this thing is starting to take off. Heck, I even got a catfish restaurant that contacted me and said, hey, you need to do something like diner drive-ins and dives and go around the country looking for the best catfish restaurant and start with us and come here and do a show and interview our customers and talk sports. So we've got that coming on down the line too. So this thing's starting to take off, and I really appreciate it. Let me read some of these comments. John Gruden or Dan Mullen? I think Bob Stoops would be a great hire for the Vols. That's a good comment. Eric Jackson, you enjoy my videos as a Gator alum and fan. Well, that's awesome. Hey, I almost went to the University of Florida because they've got one of the greatest ag schools, Alpha Gamma Rho, in the country. Thank God I wised up. But no, University of Florida, they've got an unbelievable plant pathology department down there. And I almost went to the University of Florida. Could you imagine that? Oh my goodness. So Eric, thanks for having you on the show. You're always welcome. All you Florida Gator fans are always welcome on my show. Alabama fans, all of you. Anybody going to the games? Send me a message if you're going to the game. Big Vol Daddy, I talked to him on the phone yesterday. He's got a corporation contacted me about coming up into their suite, and I put them in contact with Big Vol Daddy, and they're picking him up today going to the LSU game, and he's going to be in a suite. And I don't know that I can make it this year to a game, but I talked to the guy yesterday, and they want me to come to the Vandy game, so I don't know if I'm going to be there or not. Thanks, Alex. The 3 Chain TM is an Ohio State fan. Hey, you need to make me a video about Ohio State. If you tell me where you live and you email Volunteer Roadshow, I need some good footage of you fans. I don't know where Paul Warren is. I don't know, Ryan Schrick. I got your video, by the way, and I'm going to put you on a fan feature, even though you are a Gator fan. But I keep hearing that he's a done deal. I heard that somebody contacted the FAA and found out that the plane landed in Tampa. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm just trying to see what you fans have heard, because some of y'all are my best source for information. I appreciate that, 3 Chain. The show's fixing to get better. Y'all stay tuned. This off season's gonna be off the hook. It's gonna be fantastic. I've got so many things down the line. I've got a national sponsor, some local sponsors. Y'all gonna love the show, so don't leave me after football season. Oh, what's Dan the Man said? Paul Feinbaum keeps trying to dismiss this idea, but viable news sources say otherwise. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with Paul Feinbaum. I used to like him. I know he's a UT grad, but he says an awful lot of nice things about Alabama. That's just a little much for me. What do y'all think? See you later, Emery. Emery Morgan, he's been watching my show from the beginning. I've only been doing this for 2 months, and I've got over 100,000 views. It's just blowing my mind, and y'all gonna be excited to see what I do this off season. Interview some players at the combine. Hopefully we'll have some Tennessee players to interview. That's what I want to try to really hit. And the Senior Bowl, I'm going to that too. Hey, Bob Baker, you're awesome too. Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan Chapman likes the show. Hey, anybody know? Like I said, that restaurant that's supposed to have this great Catfish wants me on the show to do a show from their restaurant, take a tour of their restaurant, sample their catfish, and interview customers and talk sports. If any of y'all out there know a restaurant that serves some unbelievable catfish, hey, send me the information to volunteerroadshow@gmail, and I'll contact them about doing a show on location there this year. How am I feeling about the Vandy game? I don't know. I'm just trying to take it as it comes. I think we have a chance to win that game. I'm not so sure about LSU, and to be honest, LSU might roll us up, but I really hope that we play for this interim coach and really have our backs against the walls and show up. That's what I'm hoping. Ryan, I would love for the Gators to get Chip Kelly, because when he has to stack up against SEC defenses, you're going to see he ain't all he's cracked up to be. So be careful what you wish for, Ryan. Ryan was my 47th sub. Yeah, I've got almost 650. I appreciate that, Ryan. You're awesome. I still can't believe you go to Farragut High School and you're a Gator fan. That's just, I might stop through there and put a whooping on you, Ryan. Me and your daddy's going to have to get you in a headlock. Question from Bob Baker. What 2 SEC schools had a head coach that was general? Well, Tennessee's one of them. Huh. Dang, I don't know. Tell us, Bob. Who was the other team? I hope not, John Doe. If Brady Hoke beats LSU, he'll be coach at Tennessee, the next coach at Tennessee. I don't think that's happening. I hate to disagree with you, but I don't think John Curry has enough political capital to pull that off. Thank you, Kenneth Anderson, Vandy fan. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, I think you're right, Corey. I think we're going to play like you've never seen. And how many times I've said that on my videos this year? We're going to play the best we've ever played this week, and it doesn't turn out. But I just have a feeling about this game. I really do. I have a feeling that we're going to win, and it's just going to be a great time. Really? University of Florida. I didn't know that. What was his name? Yeah, you're right, Matt Hollis. Gruden has never coached college. It's a totally different animal. Yep, that's what I said in my last one. And they're hit or miss. They're either flops or they hit strong. Yeah, we always have a chance to win, Corey. Bob Baker says it was Van Fleet. That's pretty interesting. Hey, go to Volunteer Roadshow's Facebook page, and I just put a contest out there for a Tiki Totem. And I need some people. Y'all have seen that little girl that does Go Vols, Go Big Orange. We're going 15-0, I promise you that. I need some little kids' videos and Tennessee stuff doing that so I can put them on the end of my videos so I can feature some other kids. Or it don't even have to be a kid. It could be anybody. Anybody send the video footage to volunteerroadshow@gmail and upload it to a YouTube, an unlisted video, and I'll feature it on my videos. Let's see, catch up with some questions here. Going back. Man, I really don't have much more time to be on here. I'm going to be coming through Knoxville in about 3 hours, hopefully during the game, so the traffic ain't so bad. So if y'all see this blue and white truck, y'all say hi. I'm headed to Memphis. I'll be there about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in Memphis. Then I'm going to Grand Rapids for Sunday night, and then Monday night I'll be in Gaston, South Carolina. So if y'all see me along the way, yes, that's my daughter at the end. How many universities from the state of Tennessee have been in the SEC? Well, we know Vanderbilt and Tennessee. Seems to me like there was like Swanee or Memphis State or something. Somebody else is in the SEC. But I read that a few years ago, but I've done forgot who it was. Tell us who it is there. I think there's a third one, and I just don't remember. When you get to be almost 50 years old, you'll forget. I was just in Gastonia, North Carolina. Advanced Auto Parts Distribution Center. I was there yesterday. And that was for Bob Baker. If you know where Advanced Auto Parts was, I was there. I wasn't there long, but I was there for a minute or two. Oh, Swanee. So that's what I thought. I knew Swanee was a good team. If I had to pick, I'd have Gruden over Kelly, and I'll tell you why. For one, Kelly runs like 4 plays, and it's, you know, he's the 3-card Monty of college football. I know he's had a lot of success at Oregon, but he hasn't played week in and week out SEC talent. And I don't think we have the players. I think he would be successful at Florida. I really do. But I don't think we have the patience for him to recruit the players it takes to run that offense, that circus offense. And Florida is a lot closer to having the players in Tennessee. And I think if Florida lands Kelly, it's going to be, I mean, I wouldn't discount Florida after that. That's going to be, he's going to shake the SEC up for a while until they figure him out. I appreciate that, Corey. Stay tuned. The show's going to get better and better. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. I heard that Curry was on a plane in Tampa. So I've asked some of my people on here, B. Check out B's Sports Opinion and sub him up. He needs some subscribers. He does Kentucky stuff. So sub him up. I'm just saying what y'all think if y'all heard anything different. What do you get when you cross a Bulldog and a Seminole? Tell us, Bob. Hey, Paul, we was wondering where you was at. Y'all are funny. See you later, Mike. Well, I'm going to get off of here. And I've got to hit the road. I'll be blowing through Knoxville sometime during the game. And I'll be catching it. And I'm going to be back on here live at the end of the game. If I can get stopped with a few minutes left in the game, I'm going to stop and do a live show until y'all quit asking questions right at the end of the game. Thank you, guys. Y'all are freaking awesome. See ya.